Hey, good morning, everybody, and welcome back once again to, yes, you guessed it, Coffee with HDR. Good morning. Glad to see everybody in there already this morning. Man, got a really nice crew coming in there. Harley Moonrider, Bob Nelson, uh, Jackson. Let's see here. Who else is in there? Rocky J, Be the Rider PA. Yeah, you got a good group here this morning already. And man, everybody ready for this new year? Hey, good morning, Bob. Good to see you up and about there this morning. Godfather of YouTube. I don't know that, buddy, but I mean, look at the beard, huh? Beard's coming in nice. Get ready for the new riding season, and be all ready to go there this year. Uh, yeah, sometimes I was thinking about that as we were sitting texting the other night, or how you text everybody, "Happy New Year, Happy New Year." I wanted to say, I'll tell you Happy New Year in July when I can see if it's going to be happy or not. But yeah, good morning, Anthony. Good to see you in there. Doug, BD Rider, man. Good morning to you. Good to see you. And Judy, man, I tell you, got a good group of folks in there this morning. And as always have a good group of folks. And always nice to have everybody join in there in the morning for some morning Java. And it's funny this morning. Usually in the morning, I make eggs. I make egg whites and green peppers. So, which that could be a good morning, Jeff. Good to see you, bud. Hi. But yeah, so it's funny because this morning I was sitting back and eating my waffles, and Miss HDR came out. She goes, "Well, where's the eggs?" I said, "We don't have any eggs." She goes, "Wait a minute." She opened her refrigerator, and sure enough, the eggs were sitting right next to the bacon where they are every day. I don't know why I thought we were out of eggs, but apparently we do have eggs there. Hi, Jeff. And so that's a good thing. So, but I didn't make eggs this morning. Instead, I had waffles. So we could have had breakfast with HDR. I'm trying to see here. You guys may or may not have known, or may not have seen. I'll show you this. We'll do some screen share here, and we'll show you a picture. And morning, Doug. Good to have you in there. Let's see here. So we got the heater in. This is referred to as a hot dog heater by my son-in-law, who happens to be an HVAC guy. Bob probably also refers to this as a hot dog heater. He was in, maybe you don't know, Bodine 52 is in HVAC for almost 20 years. So he knows everything there is to know about heating and air conditioning. So cause that the man look, Rocky. You mean with the gray beard going on? That's the man look there. So, but yeah, so the heater is up. It is very functional. Let's see here. Here's my great thermostat wiring here. This is a Honeywell thermostat. What's really cool about the Honeywell things, we put one in our house also. We're doing the living room build, right? So, well, we're not, but we're having our living room remodeled. And what was neat about this thermostat that we really liked is we can control this thing from anywhere in the world. And what's even better about that is we can now see the garage temperature right on our phone. So it's super cool. Why hot dog, Judy? I don't know why they call that a hot dog heater, but they do. Yeah, I don't know why that is. I don't think I have a picture of that thermostat actually up and running. I did put this for you. Follow me on Instagram. I put this on yesterday. Our living room furniture happens to be in the garage right now because obviously the living room's getting reconstructed, right? So I was sitting down there. I pulled the recliner around. They decided I'm going to sit and just kind of look at the bike and just sit there. Then as I was looking at the bike, I noticed something. The garage was really, really dirty. So I had to get the broom out and start sweeping. So No, the man look is when you look in the fridge. Oh, Rocky, I got it. I got it. Yeah, you're right. That is the man look. Mrs. HDR would say the same thing. That's for sure. Jamon, good morning to you. Sorry you're late. That's all right. No problem, man. We're here until 9:30, hanging out for an hour this morning. I want to show you this. I want to see if I can show you this app and show you how cool this app is on my phone. Let's see here. Let's see, first of all, if I can mirror this, to my computer here, maybe. Maybe I can. Let's see here if it's going to come up. Well, that didn't come up where I wanted it to. But let's see now. Yeah, but I can't move this now. What? Well, let's stop mirroring it for a minute so I can move this. Let's see here. The Mac is okay, and I'm sure that the Mac is pretty good. Good morning. Is it Dona? 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 Good morning to you. The Mac is good, and I'm sure Bodine will tell you that. But every time you try to do anything with it, it's just like it's crazy because the oh wait, we're gonna stop sharing this for a minute. It's really cool, but every time you try to do anything, it's crazy because it is secure. Let me see if I could do this again here. Let's see if we can get this back up on the screen here now. Maybe I can share this across. Yeah, there we go. I think it's going to work now. So anyway, this is the app for the Honeywell. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. So here I can share this screen with you now. Check this out. This is pretty cool. So I'm actually sharing this on my phone to my computer. But you can see now the garage, we had to actually, I know, don't yell at me about this. We actually had to shut the unit down. The lowest the thermostat will go, the Honeywell thermostat is 50. You can see it's about 44 degrees outside. And being there's no, and everybody's been yelling at me, like, HDR, get an installation in that garage. I got to still build a lot of stuff out. And I don't know if you guys have seen the price of wood right now. But anyway, you can see we turned the garage unit off. So, but what's nice about this app is I can turn it on from in the house, get the garage started to heat up before I go out there and do any work. So it's a bonus. But even at 50 degrees, it was running constantly. And I mean, our gas bill probably would have been like $10,000 a month. But you can also see the house. So we have one of these in the house and we can adjust this from anywhere. So it's really, really super cool. But I do recommend it. It's called Honeywell. This happens to be the T6 model, So there you have it. Oh, yeah, that would be my bike sitting out at the lake. Anyway, let's see here. Stop screen sharing. 30 there. See, yeah, Bob. So it's 30 there. The bike needs to be warm. Yeah, the bike needs to be warm, but I don't want to be paying more for gas than what I pay for the bike payment. So, but if you like to clean, got one I need help with. Come to Ohio, maybe. Jamon, man, I'll come to Ohio, give you a hand. You know. Thanks, Judy. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, it's a cool setup. How it works. It took me a little time yesterday, and you guys know I'm a tech guy, but it took me a little time yesterday just to get the thermostat connected to the wireless because people that come and see my garage know that I'm this big geek because, and I don't have a picture of it in here. Maybe I do. I'm going to go through here to see if I have this picture to show you what I put in the garage here. But so how's the new year starting for everybody? Let's start off there. Hopefully the new year is starting off really well for everybody. Man, it's amazing how many pictures we take on our phones. And it's just absolutely crazy because we take all these pictures on our phone. What am I even looking? Oh, I don't look for. And the funny thing about that is then you can't ever find the pictures you're looking for. Rain today there, 50 and rain, Judy said. Gas is cheap, Anthony said. No, gas is not cheap, man. Not as cheap as you think. Not when you're running at that. We had a pool heater on our swimming pool when we had it out back. That was BG. That was before garage. And so we had the pool heater back there. And one time, once we taught our kids how to turn it on, my daughter went out in the morning because we were going to swim in the afternoon, I guess. And she turns it on, unknowing to me that it was on, right? All day. So we go to get in the water about 2:00, and you could have probably threw a little bit of Mr. Bubble. Everybody remember Mr. Bubble? Mr. Bubble in the tub will get you so clean. Remember that? Now, what's really funny about this story is we didn't realize until we got in the water that she had on all day. And absolutely crazy. Where is this picture at? Really? It was before that? But anyway, maybe I'm not going to find it. Then you try to think, well, when was the time frame up that was in there? Oh, here it is, right here. So anyway, people know that I'm geeky when they see this. Podine still uses Mr. Bubble. Don't judge. I'm not going to judge you, brother. I never judge you, that's for sure. Judy says, New Year sucks for me, but this too shall pass, so I am told. Be glad as my kids used it when I was. Yeah, so, the kids, well, we used Mr. Bubble as kids. Here, check this out. So this is actually what's in the garage. So this is a wireless, it's called an access point. So what an access point does is you have your home router inside your house, right? Like mine's sitting here right above my desk that manages the house. Then we have a couple extenders in the house to make the Wi-Fi go further. Well, when you're in a garage setting and the garage is out back of the house, it's not connected. So the extending part of it won't really extend to the garage. So I ran a hardwire network cable through my conduit out to my garage, and I put this wireless access point in. So when I attach a device out there, it basically attaches to this, which is stronger than one of those little extenders. And so it attaches to, but it pulls all the information from my router in the house. And absolutely phenomenal device. Works great. But I was having trouble getting that wireless, the wireless thermostat controller connected to this box to see my indoor router yesterday. So once I came in and got my laptop, Miss HDR said, don't worry, you'll get it. I was getting frustrated. I was doing the old Einstein thing. Anybody ever hear the Einstein when you keep doing the same thing over and over and over and you're expecting different results, and it's a form of craziness. So I finally came in, I got the laptop. Miss Azar said, don't worry, you'll get it. Once I took the laptop outside, connected into my wireless, and was able to see the configuration for the wireless, then it worked out really, really well, and I was able to connect it up pretty quickly. So she was right. So your brother has a solar unit just for heating his pool. Might want to think about that. Well, we don't have the pool anymore, Judy. The pool is gone. We had that pool for, oh man. Well, I'm bad with years. I'm bad with dates. Anyway, but I think we had that pool for at least 12 years, if not 14 years, maybe somewhere around there. We got it pretty much once we bought the house. We had the pool put in. The kids were young and they used it a lot, even when my son had my first grandson, he came over, they used it a lot. Here's something when you have a pool, guys and girls, listen up. It's when you have a pool, what's nice about it is everybody expects you to be the pool boy. Because I would tell my kids, well, if you're going to come over and use it, can you sweep it, vacuum the inside out, clean it up a little bit, Oh, no, Dad. No, we're just going to come over and jump in for about an hour and we got to go. We got to run. So I ended up taking care of the pool, buying the chemicals, changing the filters, opening it, closing it. Myself and Mrs. HR would have to close it every year. Nobody come over and give us a hand with it. But anyway, yeah, it was really crazy. Hi, dude. Are you using a podcast pro to make your podcast? It looks and sounds good. Cedar, no, this is called the Pod Mic. It's by Rode. It's by Rode, the Pod Mic. It does go through a XLR to USB converter, and the USB is pumping into the computer for the audio. So I appreciate that, though. Thank you very much. The video is coming to you live in living color from a Logitech webcam. But that's how we run the show here. So, or run this. Let's not call this a show. More or less, I'm calling this a meetup. But that's how I run it. So, your daughter owns a pool. Of course, you do all the work. Harley Moonrider. That's pretty good. Your daughter has the pool, and you do all the work. Man, that's really awesome, man. I'd like to know where that picture went. Years ago. Like I said, you got so many pictures. And if I could just, how come you can't look at your pictures? I should be able to look at my pictures by date. Can't really, well, I mean, it says 2018. That's 2018. Wow. 2018. 2018 was a better year. Huh? Like, oh yeah, it was a good year. I was trying to find. Let's see here. What else is going on? Henry, good morning to you. Good morning, man. Got my cup of coffee there. Guys, everybody give Henry a round of applause there. He came over the other day. I had to go out and buy some lumber. And obviously, you guys know I don't have a truck anymore. We got rid of our truck probably 3 years ago now. We had our last pickup truck. Henry was nice enough to come over with his truck. He took me out to, we went out to Lowe's and we had to shop. And we were shopping for some things, right, Henry, that we had no idea what we were even looking for. It was funny because we're in there, we're asking people, and some of the people really didn't know what we were looking for either. But we did find everything, and he was so nice to bring it over. And he actually stayed with us in the garage, putting the new heater in. And now Henry had to come over and experience the joy. He was sitting there with a little electric heater by his feet. I felt bad. That's all I had. It really didn't do anything. It was fun. Well, hey, buddy, it's all set up now, though, man. You got to come back over and experience some heat in there now. I'm trying to find this picture. You don't never know when a picture, like, you think, was it before that or after that? This kind of reminds me. Remember that game where you used to lay down the tile and you would flip them over? The memory game, concentration, or whatever the heck it was called. Yeah, it was good times, huh? So this is kind of the same thing here. It's like, all right, so I think it was probably before then. Here's a nice picture I'll share with you. Look at that. Oh, what a gorgeous picture that is. Let's see here. Look at this. This is when we was on a cruise with the guys. The guy and the woman there, we went to Sturgis with them the year after this cruise trip. So this was back in July 18th of 2016. Look, we all looked much younger, but yeah, so that was a while ago. Cedar says, I got a smoker smoking some turkey breast. Hope it's going to be good. Looking forward to the summer so I can get the Ultra back out. Yeah, man, we're all waiting for the summer there to get our bikes back out. That's for sure. Um, and to get some fishing in, got to have some fishing expeditions this year. I'm just sharing my life with you guys. You guys live here with me. Look at this. This is back also 2016. We were swimming with the stingrays off the side of this little Jolly Roger boat we were on there in Barbados. So it was super cool, man. We had a great trip that year. Everybody knows if you've ever been on a cruise, good morning, Randy. Man, good to see you. But if anybody has ever been on a cruise, you know for sure that it's a great trip. Check out this picture. Henry will appreciate this picture. You remember this, buddy, right? Here, let's see this. So this is myself, Henry, and Ray. Probably right around when I think that was when I don't know what bike I had then, but we were taking a little ride. We were going to go up into the mountains to Ohio Powell. And the three of us there, the three riding amigos, jumped on our motorcycles, and we had a good day, man. Good day riding. A lot of fun. But when is riding not fun? I don't know. When is riding not fun? Huh. Well, I guess when you have a bad day of riding. People do say that. I don't want to upset my northern friends, but I have to get ready to ride today. It's supposed to be 70 here. Bob, you stink, man. No, you're cool. We like Bob Nelson. He's a good guy. Lives in Georgia. This looks natural, huh? How many people think that Mrs. HDR should do this permanently? Check this out, man. How many people think that looks perfect for Mrs. HDR? Right? Well, okay, minus the shorts. She wasn't riding. She was just sitting on it at a diller. Is that something that we should look into? Morning, Jackson. Good to have you on board this morning. Is that something that we need, that we should think about? Mrs. HDR on a trike. Let's see here. Here's my man Henry when he first sat on his motorcycle. This is before I think this is the day he first seen it and fell in love with it. Then he went in to do paperwork and I sat out in the shop and kind of waited. But yeah, so got pictures of her on the Can-Am. Yeah, Be the Rider PA. I know she sat on your wife's Can-Am. I know she liked to sit on there. Doug says the Tri-Glide, no problem. Newbie, someone's riding up north today. Yeah, Anthony, I know you guys are having a, what do they call it, the polar bear ride today. I guess they're going to be some riding polar bears. The trouble is, I think it's supposed to dry up. There's a cool picture there, huh? Yep, that's going to be me and Mrs. HDR in about 40 years. Sometimes you got to stop and see here. Yeah, who knows? I mean, everything else is going fine so far. I sure wish I could find that picture because it was funny. I wanted to talk a little bit this morning. Anybody have any feelings, any inklings, any something of a greater power to tell you what is Harley Davidson coming out with this year? What is Harley Davidson coming out with this year? And if you haven't signed up, the releases are going to be January 19th. They're having a virtual release. So it's going to be super cool. I think they're going to be showing, they're going to be showing all their new models for 2021. So it's going to be amazing. But, I'm thinking maybe it's a wishful thinking. But I am really thinking that what's going to happen here is I'm sorry, I'm kind of scanning pictures at the same time I'm talking to everybody. But what's going to happen is I think there's going to be throttle response control. Okay. So what that means, I think they're going to have it where you can do sport mode, a touring mode, or like a rain mode, So, and all that does is changes the responsiveness of the throttle. And I think that's probably going to have to happen. What's also going to have to happen is electric windshield. That's also going to happen because all these other companies are adding this cool technology and people are starting to jump ship and they're starting to go to this other technologies, these other models, these other brands. And, I don't know, guys. But yeah, they're going to these other brands and there you go. That would be Mrs. HDR. I took her, well, the two of us went on our 10th year anniversary to Hawaii for a week. I can't get to the next picture. I don't know why. Look at that. Hawaiian shirt. Huh? Pretty cool stuff. But yeah, so I think they're going to do that. I think they're going to do electric windshields for sure. I think probably the 114's out now. Probably they'll be doing like a 121 cubic inch engine standard across their whole fleet of bikes. 121. That's my prediction. They're not going to give you the 131 because that's still a $5,000 upgrade. So, and Be the Rider thinks they won't follow Indian. I think they're going to not follow Indian. They're going to follow the Honda Goldwing. I think that's what they're going to follow. That's my predictions anyway. The fourth bike is not changing, will be released. I don't know what that means. Probably coming out with paint colors as usual. Yeah, Ron, you're right. They always do that. Like they apply. And I heard that too, Jamie, that this is the last year for the Sportster. That would almost be that would be a motorcycle company suicide. The Sportster is a $9,000 motorcycle, like an entry point into Harley Davidson that people can somewhat afford, right? What I mean by somewhat, because once you go out of that Sportster and you go to the next line, the next group of bikes, you're looking at $15,000, $16,000, so almost double that price. If they change too much, they won't be the same. No, I think they will be the same. Cedar. It's still going to be branded the same, Harley Davidson, but they have to bring some new innovative stuff out. I mean, how many of you people out there have their GPS on my bike's an 18, so 18 and below. Now Anthony on here has a 19 and above with the new GPS, and they are amazing. They actually work. 18 and below, you have to kind of fudge it around, right? So I think they're going to have to come out with a better GPS, easier CarPlay. You shouldn't have to use Apple CarPlay and go in and get your stereo flashed or something. That's just ridiculous. I mean, a new water-cooled 1250 possibility. No need for all that on a motorcycle. Some of it is nice, but you have to draw the line somewhere. Yeah, and Anthony, that's true. That's coming from you, somebody that I know has every bell and whistle on his motorcycle. So if that's true, Anthony, if you truly felt that way, you would have bought a Road King. You wouldn't have bought a Road Glide Ultra. You would have just bought a Road King, or a what's the other bike I really like? Road King and oh crap. Anyway, NC Stoney's bike. So somebody can help me out there. How much more were the bikes going to cost? Jackson, I believe they're going to lower the price of their bikes. I look at them to drop the price of their bikes. The bikes now that are 30,000 are going to be 25, maybe 26. The bikes that are the specials, the Road Glide, Street Glide specials are probably going to drop down to 23. Um, you know, people don't understand this. When I owned my internet company years ago, there was a company in town selling their internet for $20 a month, unlimited internet. And our catch, we took a full page ad in the newspaper, and I told my partner, my business partners, I said, we're going to sell it for $17.50. And they said, well, how in the heck are you going to do that? Because if you sell it for $17.50, we're going to lose our shirts. We took over half of that other company's business because we were saving people, what, $3 up, $2.50 a month. Anytime you see a couple dollars less, people are going to flock to you and buy more. So, Harley will be selling 3 times the motorcycles than what they're selling now at the higher price. So, who knows? So, Harley DCT has plastic with electric windshield. Yeah, who knows? Who knows if it'll be Harley? Harley will come out with maybe a clutchless motorcycle. I don't know if I can ever do that. And I've talked to a lot of people. Anthony said they all work. He just doesn't know how to use them. He's pretty good with his stuff. Just use your phone for the GPS. GPS, guys, on a phone is okay if you have cell signal. Once your cell signal is gone, you no longer have GPS on your cell phone. Myself and Mrs. HDR has lived that nightmare. We were down in the Rocky Mountains, down around Cherokee National Forest in Cherokee, North Carolina. And there's no cell service. So we had no GPS. But anyway, we made it. Hope you're right. I don't know, Jackson, if I'm right or not. I don't know. This is just stuff that I think they need personally for me to rush in there and buy a brand new motorcycle. There's no reason for that. If you have a Road King, the Road King that Bodine bought, I'm not sure what year it is. I think it's a 2005 or 2008. Looks exactly like the Road King that is sitting in the showroom right now, 2020. So why would you, if I have a Picasso, why would I buy another Picasso? It's still the same thing. So they got to do something different. Maybe an auto umbrella for the rain. Maybe. I hear they're getting rid of the Lowrider too. I like that model. And you're right. The Lowrider was another one of those entry-level bikes, man. And I loved that motorcycle. I don't know. But yeah, right. Be the rider, PA. You're right. Then you just use your GPS. But they have to have a better, and you've said that before. I know you feel the same way. They have to have a better GPS. Be the Rider, PA rode an Indian motorcycle. And he said the Indian GPS is 10 to 15 times better than the current Harley Davidson GPS. Why these people don't go, if I owned a motorcycle company, I would license technology. I wouldn't just build it on my own. I would license Garmin technology and put a Garmin GPS on my motorcycle, right? You don't have to reinvent the wheel. They're a motorcycle company. They are not an electronics company. They're not Dell, Apple. That's not what they do. They build motorcycles. So stick with the motorcycle stuff, right? 94 electric light with no bells and whistles, and I like it that way. And that's great. When we had that 2011 and I traded it, about a month later, Miss HDR said, I really miss Black Beauty. And I'm like, who in the hell is Black Beauty? And she goes, Black Beauty, our last motorcycle. So why you tell me that? We would have kept it. There was nothing wrong with it. 96 cubic inch, ran like a bat. I had a stage 1 done on it. Had the header pipes changed over to straight pipes, and that bike ran great. But I'm like everybody else, and I went to one of our hog meetups, and this is what did it for me. So I went to one of our hog meetups. We went on a ride, and one of the guys, he turns out the day I thought the guy was an ass, probably the biggest ass I ever met. A richer guy in the club, one of the richer, more predominant guys in our club. And he has like 4 or 5 motorcycles, bunch of cars in the garage. He looks at my bike at the dash of my 2011. He goes, oh, that's an old bike. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about, dude? I'm still making payments. Look at that old stereo. I could tell that's an old bike. The very next day I was out shopping for a brand new bike because I don't want people to think that I'm driving an old bike. But now that I've been riding for several years again, it's like I like the nostalgia of the old bikes more than I like the brand new bikes. But yeah, that really turned me off. And the guy turned out later, after we rode together for quite a while, he turned out to be an extremely great guy. He became a friend of mine. We've ridden together a few times. Like we would leave club events and ride home together, stop for a couple of beers, and he turned out to be a really, really good guy. And he's still a great guy, actually. I tried to talk him into being the president of the club, of the organization. He's like, I don't got time, man, for that. I'm way too busy with his business. But yeah, he turned out to be really nice. You really got to watch how you approach. Download the area Google Maps. Cedar, we did that before. We downloaded the maps, the Google Maps. You can download them to your phone, so they work offline, and that does work. But let's see. Oh, Harley GPS is made by another company. Well, I wish I would find a better company to buy them from. I love technology, but not on my bike. I would consider an Electric Glide Standard if I were looking to trade in. And Bob, Electric Glide Standards are an amazing bike. Talk to Bob Nelson. He's been riding his all over the place. Bob bought that bike, and he bought that bike in 2020, like early 2020 maybe, or late 2019. And the player already has 30,000 miles on it. He rides everywhere. I love a cheap $100 Garmin attached to my handlebar as my primary GPS. Okay, Doug, here's a question. When you have one of those Garmins, and we looked at those, and if I attach that to my handlebars on the bike, can I upload maps into there? So I like to pre-route our entire vacation on Trip Planner, some kind of trip. I don't care which trip planner, but with different points of like interest and stuff. And we make a big circle. You guys have seen my maps before. Can I upload those? Clyde, Arkansas, good morning to you. Glad to see you came on board there this morning. Let's see. Well, that's true, Anthony. It is. And I don't know. I guess I'm always been one of those people. My dad didn't raise me that way. My dad raised me to be, remember there used to always be the thing about, oh, my neighbor got a new car. Now I got to buy a new car. Oh, look, my neighbor got a pool. Now I got to buy a pool. It was called keeping up with the Joneses, right? I guess I just wanted to kind of fit in. I didn't want people in the club, and our club predominantly, or the last club I was in actually, and a few of the guys in here know which organization I was in because they're in here. Predominantly everybody in that organization has a new bike, pretty new. I would say anything from a 2015 up. So if you ride like a 2002, you don't really feel like you fit in. And it's weird that you feel that way, but good morning, Jim. Liking these morning chats. Well, man, I appreciate you coming here. I'm trying to figure out, guys, how I can, and I'll be getting this together at some point. I'll be taking phone calls on here. So maybe you guys can call in and weigh in. It's nice having the chat. Don't get me wrong. I love everybody in there. It's all about choice and what you want. I have a Garmin also. Yes. Okay, so you can set the Garmin with waypoints. I don't forget them releasing anything that will make me want to get a new payment. And you're right, Glad, Arkansas, buddy. You know, I look at my motorcycle. Everybody knows what it costs. I mean, but and it's funny when you buy a motorcycle, and you guys may be in the same boat. I don't know like where you're at financially in life, but we go to work. Myself and Miss HDR work every day. We go to work. We're working Americans. We're not sitting on a pile of cash. Nobody gave me $1 million to start my own company. We didn't win the lottery. But people see when you buy a motorcycle, especially when you buy I don't care. Believe me, when I first bought my Sportster, it was a 2008 Sportster. And the first thing I heard was, we know who all got all the money in this family. I'm like, screw you. What do you got all the money in this family? I mean, that's just bull crap. Can't you just say, oh man, nice bike? That's what I say. You guys ride up on a 2020, 2015, 2011, or a 2031. I'm going to go, wow, dude, that's a nice bike. I don't care what you paid for it. I don't care what your payments are. It's not my business. But where I'm getting at with that, people think that when I bought the new bike, like, Wow, that dude's got a lot of money. He must have like a job making 200,000 a year, and it's not true, guys. I drive a 2009 Honda Accord. You know why? Because it's paid off. That's why. It's my work car. Yeah. So I mean, I would rather put the money into my bike than my car. So anyway, that's my soapbox for that. Jane, good morning to you. Good morning, Kay. People are still like that, Kate. Well, yeah, I think they are. I mean, it's sad to see this stuff. I but when I go to organizations, clubs, when I go to bike rallies, I'm just like, nice bike, dude. I don't care if it's a 1910, whatever, or 1909. I don't care. It's a nice bike, man. Cool. Yeah, you got a nice bike there. You're lucky if their club policies is different with ours. We have more problems with the 1% error. Yeah, I don't. We do have a couple MCs in our local area, but even the MCs come to the Harley events and they don't really cause any trouble. I mean, I think you got to. The big thing is, and they say, and I've been watching a ton of stuff over the past week. When you can't ride, you watch motorcycle stuff, right? And I've been watching a lot of the motorcycle. The MC stuff, the 1%ers, the Hells Angels, the Mongols, what was the other one? Lonesome Riders or something? It was weird anyway. But anyhow, they don't really cause us any trouble around here. But the thing that they always say, that I always say, is just respect. I mean, I'm not going to go over and be like, dude, that's a beautiful cut you got on there. I'm going to kick your ass. I wouldn't do that. I'm kind of smarter than that, Just kind of walk your own way. Nobody bothers you. They're doing their thing. They're doing their club stuff. That's cool. Nobody bothers us around here. Kay said your dad was smart. Yeah, he was. Use Basecamp for setting up waypoints and upload them to the GPS. I did use Basecamp. I tried Basecamp out a few times. So, with the GPS on the bike now, I used a Harley trip planner. New bike just means you owe more than they do. Yeah, you're right. You're right. You just owe more money. I don't know. What I'm thinking of doing, and what I'll probably end up doing, is putting the new Harley boom system on my bike. I'll have it installed at the shop. It's $2,000, but it's $2,000. I mean, I got a lot of money in my bike, and you guys are all the same way. We put all these accessories on the bike, and then we trade them. Remember, that's what happened. Any of you guys watch Mike Hilly 7? Mike Hilly 7 had about, I don't know, $2,000, maybe $2,500 worth of custom dynamic lights on his bike, and a seat. He had the Rose Zeppelin seat on that bike, and he just goes to Honda and says, "There you go," and he took the new Honda. I actually talked to Mike on Facebook. I said, "Dude," I said, "you messed up, man. First of all, pull all the lights. Second of all," I said, "I would have bought the seat. I mean, I'm looking for a Rose Zeppelin seat. I would have bought it from him." But yeah, he just left it all on there. Yeah, I have watched a lot of Ryan Ulcer, or Larch. The only thing about Ryan that really upsets me on his videos is he starts out with a good video, and then he's like, "Now listen, if you go over to our Patreon page, that's what helps us. Give us money. Give us some money." And then he'll do it again later, and he'll say, "Hey, listen, if you want to see more of this oil change, give us some money and watch our private video collection." I don't like all that salesman shit. Just show me the free videos. Have a link at the bottom somewhere, like in the description, say Patreon is here. Click on it and give them money. I mean, they do good. Don't get me wrong. They do quality content. I've learned a lot from them, but I don't like that hard sell, guys. Harley trip planner is the worst, Doug says. So yeah, Jackson, I have watched Ryan. I think they're good stuff. They have really good guys working there. Like Harley Ride Planner. Harley Ride Planner works for me. Oh, the UK. Okay, Cedar, I get it. The UK is very small. Not a lot of room for clubs. I get you. Hog members get 15% off. So they get 15% off that new boom box. Is that what you're telling me? So it would bring it down to 1,800, roughly. Any folks using the vented oil stick? Yeah, what is it about this vented oil stick, Ed? I just seen somebody on Facebook said, is this worth buying? This vented oil stick. I don't even know what it does. Check Sounds in Florida. They sell a new Harley boombox. There's actually dealers now that will do it too, Anthony. Most of the dealers will put them in for you now. We were at that one up here by the New River Gorge. Well, New River Gorge Harley, right? Or River Gorge Harley Davidson. I talked to them there and they said, yeah, they haven't been stocked the new boombox. They'll install them for you. The guy told me that he said, you're probably better off buying a new bike. I said, I don't know. Probably because he wanted to sell me a new boombox. There's another place in Erie, Two Sounds. Now, did they sell them? Maybe they sell them cheaper. Toby, don't ever worry about being late, man. We're just here in the morning talking, drinking some coffee, talking about the new motorcycles Harley is coming out with, which we don't know what they are. We cannot speculate. We don't know what's going on with that. Vented oil sticks relieve pressure in the case. Okay, so I guess it sounds logical. Let's see. Watch Pacific Mike, oil in the air cleaner. Oh, it somebody says it eliminates oil in the air cleaner. You guys just reminded me. I got to pull my air cleaner off. I mean, I've been doing my own oil changes now, thanks to for Be the Rider PA. And if you haven't checked his channel out, I'll give him a plug this morning. Check it out. He has a good channel. He does a lot of camping stuff. If you guys are interested in pulling a camper with your motorcycle, he's the man to talk to, hands down. He's been doing it for years. But they use a timeout camper. Really cool thing. So, but I called him one day, and this is a guy. He's much like Henry. Henry, when I called him the other day, he's like, dude, let me get some clothes on. I'll be right over. Be the Rider PA was the same way one day. I was going to change my own oil. I was kind of leery about the primary and not really sure about taking all those screws up. I am prone of stripping screws. That's just me. I strip everything. And I was worried about using my new wrench, my new torque wrench. I'm kind of weird about things like that. When you're tearing apart a motorcycle, you got to be a little careful. But he said, don't worry, man. He said, I'll bring over my primary case oil. He got one of those orange oil fillers. If you don't have one, then buy one. He brought that over, and he was here now he lives 20 minutes from me, and he was here within 30 minutes. It was cold that day, too, and there was no heat in that garage at the time that we were working in it. Whew, we got her done, though, man. But, yeah, I always thank him for getting me over that hump. Now I can do them myself. I can, pull it up on the chalk, on the wheel chalk, and tear it apart and do it myself. Pretty simple now, but let's see here. When you have excessive pressure that's leaked down through the rings and your cylinders, the blow-by gets pushed back into the oil tank. I see that. Okay. Frosty, thanks for that. That makes sense. Oil in the air cleaner is something else. If your bike is under warranty, don't worry about it. Just ride it. Yeah, Anthony, you're probably right. And I still got 5 years on my warranty. So that's, So you're probably right. I get it. If you got a warranty, don't worry about it. Just ride it. Let's see. Just checking this stuff out here. I like that Glide Arkansas is talking to Toby. I don't know if anybody's seen that in the chat. Time to check his PO box. Here's the people that I know from analytics about how old everybody is watching these programs that we do, watching our YouTube videos. But we have our nephew, both of our nephews. They never check their mailbox. How about the younger generation? I'm talking they're probably 25 to 30-year range, people don't check their mailboxes. He said he went down there and Mrs. HDR had to send him a check for something they did, or a wedding or whatever. And she's like, why isn't it cashed yet? Why didn't anybody do anything with this check? And he said, yeah, we only go down and check our mailbox like maybe once a month or once every 2 months. So it's funny you're telling somebody to check their P.O. box. That's kind of hilarious. We only have a P.O. box where we live because we live in the country. So we have to go. And we have to go down to a P.O. box. We don't have a mailman where we live. So let's see. PVCs on cars are for excessive pressure buildup inside the internal combustible engine. It passes vaporous oil back into the engine to be burnt instead of venting it out the air cleaner or on the ground. So, Frosty, are you telling me that a motorcycle then vents the unused oil back out the air cleaner? And don't they make that tube that circulates it back in somehow? Is that what that's for? Some breather tube? I think actually Bodine 52 put that new breather tube on there when he put that new air cleaner on that he put on his bike. So he has a video on it, and he did a good job upgrading, doing a stage 1 pretty much by himself. I mean, that's pretty good. Yes, it goes into the engine. Okay, I thought so. I thought it went back into the engine. They don't. Can be sent by email or social media or Zoom. Yeah, you're right, Toby. Exactly. These young people are doing, like, even my daughter. I mean, I was telling Henry was at the house the other day, and he had to mail a check to somebody, and we were discussing. I said, well, don't they have PayPal? Or like the other day, I actually had to send some money to Bronco Ride, and you guys all obviously know Bronco, right, Colin? And so I'm talking to him on text messaging. I'm texting him. We're texting me, him, and Bodine back and forth, as we do a lot. You guys know that we talk a lot, and we were making some arrangements. So I had to send him some money. And he said, do you have PayPal? I said, absolutely. So it's like, boop, boop. I said, did you get it? He's like, yep, I got it. That fast. My daughter uses something called Vimeo for transferring money. That's what all of our kids use. So if we have to send them money, $50, $100, I hit send. It comes out of my checking account. It goes right into her checking account through that application. So super cool. But you're right. We don't mail checks anymore. As Henry found, and hopefully it worked out for him. But yeah, always there, Bodine. You're right, man. Always saying morning to Bubba. Bubba, good morning to you. And yeah, no problem, Bodine. Yeah, so but check his videos out. Check Bodine's videos out. The stage 1 upgrade. Like I said, he did a lot of the work himself. The video of the FP3, and if you don't know what that is, it's a fuel pack 3, reprogramming your fuel sensor, I guess we could call it, for the lack of my terminologies, because I don't know what to call it. But anyway, he did all himself. He shows you the phone, he shows you the app, he shows you how it programmed it, how he picked his pipes, how he picked his air cleaner. Just super cool, These backyard mechanics amaze me. You can place a catch on the bike, make it run better. There's no oil being recirculated back in. Okay, so there's no oil going back into the intake. Good to know, guys. Breather tube makes it suck back through the intake. Easy to bypass. Harley has been doing this for years. We bypassed it on my 03 when we built the motor. Very cool. Good to know, guys. I got a lot of information this morning. Hopefully we solved the issues this morning of the Harley Davidson 2021 lineup. I do need to pull my air cleaner off. Be the Rider PA the other day had a really good video on how to clean your air cleaner. Be the Rider PA loves to buy products. This guy, when you walk in his garage, 3/4 of the garage on the wall is nothing but some type of cleaning product or oiling product or lubing product. Lubing in a good way. But anyway, and so he shows you 2 different cleaning products and some kind of oil that you're supposed to oil the air cleaner with when you put it back in. And it was an awesome video. Just something, I mean, go check it out. These guys, all these guys, all of you people on here, all this big, vast YouTube community that somehow we built. And we built it, guys. We, as in the collective group of us, have built this. YouTube gave us a platform to throw our stuff up there. But then we started meeting each other, right? We built this big community. And but it's great. All you guys have a certain niche on your videos. I watch them like, oh, that's something new I can learn, or that's something cool, And if you need to know how to do it, you just look for somebody's YouTube video and somebody did it for you. And then people say, well, I can't make a video on that, man, because somebody already made a video on cleaning an air cleaner. So what? You have a different take on it. Be the Rider PA's take is way different than another video I watched that said, put some dishwashing liquid on it, soap it up real good, wash it, clean it out really, really good, get all the soap out of it and let it dry for a little bit, then put it back in. Where he shows you how to use some different chemicals that he bought. So really cool stuff, but we built this community. There's a good video on blowback from Doc Harley, and I have to check out that channel. Thanks, Bodine. We appreciate you also, man. Just to let everybody know on here, I know a lot of people have been hitting the 3 of us up saying, when's your show coming back? When's the fireside chat coming back? We really need it on Sunday nights. It is coming back very, very soon. You will be seeing an announcement. The first show we talked the other night, and I'm sure Bodine will correct me if I'm wrong, but the first show is going to be coming from my channel. So we'll be putting that together. But we do know that we'll be having our wives on. So that'll be the very first show back. It should be a blast. Good times. Baxter's Garages, unlimited amount of information. One of my favorite YouTube channels. Anthony, thanks, man. I'll check those out. I love watching that stuff. I learned so much. I recently subbed to Baxter's Garage. Great channel. I got to write that down. Baxter's Garage. All right. Hey, guys, what I can tell you is for next Saturday, just watch for some time variations because I am starting a college program. And for the next several weeks, it'll be Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Friday, at least Friday and Saturday have to be in class. So I'll be working with it, trying to figure it out. You may see one of these pop up on a Wednesday night. So if you can join me on a Wednesday evening, but that'll be beer with HDR instead of coffee with HDR. So just throwing it out there, just so you guys know what's going on. My life is very open. All you, we're very transparent, very honest. So let's see. Hey, Super Manky V 2001. Hi, guys. Good afternoon. Good morning. Frosty. Good morning to Frosty. We've been talking. Toby. All right. Welcome to months of garage videos. Super Manky, you're right, man. It's time for everybody to start pumping out garage videos now. That's gonna be our next big thing. Doing all these garage videos out there and putting them out. But just remember, guys, please remember for me, I've been doing this a long, long time. I've been doing YouTube for the motorcycle stuff for a good many years now. You guys know that. And even if somebody's already done a topic, if somebody's already done a build, if somebody's already cleaned your wheels with some kind of cleaning product, and you're thinking, can I do it any different? Wrap a different spin on it, throw it out there because it's you. Sometimes people want to watch you, right? They may not want to watch somebody else doing it. And I know all of you people, and I know this community pretty tightly now. So when I see one of your videos pop up, And if I'm going to change my oil, I'm going to watch your video, not somebody I don't know, right? So we put a lot of trust in each other. Doc Harley is with, I think, Low Country Harley Davidson. He does. Hey, how about John Maxwell? Just to throw that out there. How about John, man? John worked for the Harley shop, and we were going to go see him this next summer. Actually, me and the wife talked about going down to visit. And then he bought his own motorcycle shop thinking he would put multiple cameras in, do more YouTube stuff, because he is a really famous YouTube guy because he works on Harleys. He's a Harley mechanic. He got so busy he can't do any videos anymore, which is good. I'm glad his shop is doing really well. But what did he think? He's a master Harley mechanic, and he owns his own shop now. Of course you'll go there. I'd take my stuff there. Putting the chrome cover. See, that's what I mean. Putting chrome covers on floorboards. I would watch that because I want to get those chrome covers for the back, especially for the back for Mrs. HDR's passenger pegs. Yeah, and that's what I said, Frosty. John is busy, man. He is super busy. But yeah, we were going to go down and visit him, and I'm sure we still can now. But yeah, I think what he's going to have to do is break down, and he's going to have to hire some more motorcycle mechanics. I think he has 2 racks in there, if I'm not mistaken, 2 lifts. So he needs to get another helper in there. Yeah, he's just trying to work out his video schedules. So hopefully he can get that down pat. So who knows? All right, guys, I'm going to wrap it up here this morning. Thank you so much for joining me here. Again, remember the next 2, it's Saturdays coming up. I think it's the next 2 or it's the next 3 Saturdays through Sundays that I have these college classes I have to start attending. It's for my teaching degree I'm working on. So I will be putting forth a lot of effort into that, and still be able to make time to hang with everybody here. So we may see you on a Wednesday evening. That's quite possible. We'll work it out, but you'll see it. Please follow me on Instagram if you're not, Harley Day Rider. Also follow me on my Facebook page, Harley Day Rider. And don't forget to go over and check out harleydayrider.com. There's, sometimes I do write-ups on there. I got to get better at doing write-ups on there because I really enjoy writing and I really enjoy posting blog posts like that. So, all right, but thanks everybody. Let's see. Hey, thanks to Toby. I'm glad you're able to catch Coffee with HDR this morning. I appreciate it. Be the Rider PA. I'll be talking to you soon. I'll give you a call back. And everybody else, have a great day. Have a great start to the new year. I do have a New Year's video coming out tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. on my channel. So check that out. Welcome to I think it's called Welcome to 2021 or something. So at that point, thanks everybody again. All of you are special and you make this great. So we'll see you next time. Keep the community tight. We'll talk to you. So long now from the HDR broadcast studio. Bye, everybody.